trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard. Go to the shards. What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you. Find it. The metal. The runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Find the shards. Where is it?
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
There's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see?
Go to it. It's not safe.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die. The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swearing.
He's waiting for you. He's close. He loves you. Thank you. Dillian, we're here. Dillian, really here.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe.
It's all your fault.
It's all your fault.
You're cursed. He led you astray.
You should have listened to your father when you had the chance.
Why didn't you listen to me?
His love has tortured you, and it tortured you.
Was it worth it? The curse.
And now the darkness is swallowing you both. Dillion, there he is.
There he is.
What are you waiting for?
Quick, find a way.
Find him.
Go for it.
Before he disappears. Where is he?
Where's he gone?
We're in the wrong world.
He's not here.
She's in the wrong world.
He's not in this world.
He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world.
The dark.
The dark world. The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear.
You can't.
Dillion's in the tower.
He's there. Dillion saved you from them. He didn't believe that she was cursed.
He saved you when everyone else turned their backs.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillion's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel? You are guilty. You will always be the curse.
Was it worth it? Your curse is played through you.
You didn't know.
It was cold. Dillion saved you.
Dillion cared for her like no one else has.
Dillion's the only reason she's still alive. Undoes the curse.
What does it feel like to feel a love so strong? He cared in a way that nobody else did.
Remember Dillion?
What do you remember?
Do you remember the sound of his voice?
Villian saved her.
You owe your life to Dillian.
You owe everything to him.
He saw who she could be.
He saw who she really was.
He saw the warrior within. Dillian believed in you.
He saw that she was strong.
Nobody will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the things she loves.
She destroys the things she loves.
Nobody will love her.
Can you remember what it feels like? Look what happens to the things she loves. She destroys the things she loves.
That loved her.
You squashed it, strangled it.
The curse cannot be undone.
Do you remember the way he looked?
He saw who she could be.
He saw who she really was.
He saw the warrior within.
Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without you.
He was the only one who didn't mind the curse.
He loved her.
Where are you taking me?
He's up there. There's a way. There is a way up there. She can do this. You're nearly there. She'll find the way.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
He didn't know. He was kind.
She should have listened to him.
Why didn't she listen to her?
She thought she could defy him.
He saw that she was strong.
Dillian saved you.
Dillian cared for her like no one else has.
Dillian's the only reason she's still alive.
Do you think she remembers him?
Look what happens to the things that lead.
She knew best. She thought she had light within her when she has only been. She is pure, dark.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain. The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
It's all your fault.
It's all your fault.
You're cursed. Do you mean, was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillion's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel?
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillion. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love.
What if they're all about wasting your time?
But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds.
What does she think
That of
she's doing?
Zinbel and her past,
You're not
and
special.
Dillion,
She thinks she...
her future.
They mean nothing.
Two realities
Special.
tearing at her soul.
Time could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just playing? What if the gods are laughing at her?
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be this.
Be the first time.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Baldur return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Baldur stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they find in a cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
The curse. Now the darkness is swallowing them both. Wasting your time.
You have no time for this. Speed up.
These rooms mean nothing. It's all part of their game.
They've set you trials to distract you.
They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall.
What if these trials mean nothing?
Guilty. Laughing at you.
Was it worth it? They take you no closer to me.
Letting this away.
They are just to tire you out, make you weak before the battle.
You remember how he made you feel.
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must...
Zinbel was with you. Your voice.
Dillian!
Dillian never much cared for the underworld, and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Zinbal. I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. And slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
You're going to fall. Careful.
No, she's not. She's not going to fall. She's strong. She's steady. She can do it. You can do it, Senua.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to him. Just gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua. Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
It's done.
You did it.
But there's more. There's more.
You're tired, but you have to keep going.
There's still more.
There's always more to do.
It's not going to be easy.
Can you do another one? It's too much.
Have you got the energy?
She hasn't got the energy.
No.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older, and where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's... creepy. Creepy. It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. This place stinks. It's disgusting.
There he is.
There he is.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house. He's
Find
going
it.
in.
He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
It's a test.
It's just a trial.
Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
Just one little test to do.
You can almost reach him.
You can almost see him.
The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water... She could taste the rot. No one else could. She knew something was wrong, something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like that.
Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. That is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death.
She did it.
You fixed the bridge.
She fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
You succeeded.
Come to me. Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Where is he? Find him.
You have to find him.
The runes.
There was a Northman called Grettir, big, red-haired, immensely strong, but he was afraid of the dark.
Dillian! They're coming for me!
It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian, go to him. He's trying to save her. It's close. It's close. Run! Run now! Run! It's not safe here. Run! Don't let it see you.
It is.
Go towards it. Run.
Find
Focus.
it.
Focus. Focus. she is. Move away.
Don't get it. Quick.
Where's Dillian?
Where is he?
This is
What
taking...
should I do?
Can you hear him?
Get lost. You have to find them, Senua.
Where are you? You're lost.
Where are they?
It all looks the same.
The light.
Go towards it. Find us.
One more to find. One more.
Find the other symbol. You're lost.
You.
Where's Dillian?
Where is he?
You've got them.
You have them. Where's the door?
Find a way out.
Find the gate.
Get out.
Run. Run. Let him look at you.
Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.